Hello guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start sharing the recipe and kind of how I made this soup, beans, and cornbread meal. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my Instant Pot ready. I will be making the beans in the Instant Pot, and I'm using 32 ounces of dry pinto beans. I did not pre-soak them. I don't pre-soak mine. I'm just rinsing them out in my colander here. The next thing that I'm going to do is chop up a medium onion, and I'm going to go ahead and pour that into the Instant Pot, as well as the beans and 6 cups of water. The next thing you'll see me doing here is ripping up some pieces of ham and putting them into the Instant Pot. Now, there's no real perfect way to do this. You can use fatback, you can use pieces of ham, you could use center cut bacon, really anything you want to use. Generally some type of like pork product, something kind of fatty to give it some flavor. Now that's kind of what you do traditionally, but this ham is very lean. I made sure to tear off all the fat to help with the points. This is just ham that I've had in the freezer since Christmas of last year, and I'm just ripping it up. Now I'm going to go ahead and make sure my pressure cooker is sealed, and then I'm going to put it on the beans/lentils setting and press start. Now it will start coming to pressure, and then once it's at pressure, it will begin cooking. Now I'm going to go ahead and set my oven to 450 degrees to go ahead and get started with my cornbread. What I'm going to be doing here is just spraying a medium-sized cast iron skillet with some Pam spray, and then putting 1 tablespoon of Country Crock Light butter into the pan. I'm going to go ahead and stick the pan into the oven and get it hot. You want to pour this batter in while the pan is already hot. That's a really important step, so don't forget that. And that is what I'm going to do now. Now I'm going to begin mixing up my cornbread batter. I'm going to place 2 cups of cornmeal mix into the bowl, along with 1 3/4 cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, 1 whole egg, and 1 cup of water. Now this is kind of a variation of the very popular 2-ingredient dough. However, this is going to be more like a batter, so you're not going to be forming like a dough ball. It will be a like cake batter consistency, so just keep that in mind. But just go ahead and mix those ingredients together. You'll see me here putting the cast iron skillet in the oven to get it hot. And then once that comes out of the oven and is hot, I'm going to go ahead and pour the cornbread batter into the pan and pop it back in the oven. I'm going to cook it for around 30 to 35 minutes. Honestly, just kind of test it out. Once a knife or toothpick comes out clean, then you know it's good to go. So what you'll see me doing here is removing the seal from the pressure cooker, and that's where it will start letting out the steam and it will release all the pressure before you open it. So that's a really important step. Make sure to do that and be very safe with the pressure cooker. And now I am pulling the cornbread out of the oven. It is done and ready to go. I do go ahead and turn it out of the pan onto a plate to cut it more easily. So that's what you'll see me doing here. And there is the finished pone of cornbread. It was super delicious. My husband absolutely loves it. It is 5 smart points for 1/8 of the pan. Okay, now that the pressure has been released, I'm going to go ahead and open up the beans and take a look. There were a few that were a little hard still, so I put them back on for 10 more minutes and they were absolutely perfect. So that's all it takes. It's completely done after that. All right, guys, here's the finished product. Our dinner was absolutely delicious. 5 points for the cornbread, 0 for the spicy pickles, and I count the bowl of pinto beans as 1 point for the ham. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you try this meal. If you do, make sure to comment down below and let me know. See you in the next video.